Recording? I think we are. Well, just trying a new setup here. I'm trying a new microphone with the GoPro 9, and it's a rechargeable microphone instead of the little tiny cell phone, or not cell phone, little tiny button batteries, which are sometimes hard to find. But that's neither here nor there, and I don't think of particularly interest to you. But where have I been? What have I been doing? And what's been going on? Here we are into the second month, well into the second month of 2021. And I've been a busy lad, I must say, even given the restrictions of the COVID embargoes and shutdowns. But essentially, I've been involved with taking care of some personal issues. I had a little situation. When you get to be my age, there are things that crop up after a lifetime of sun exposure that you have to take care of. And it hurt, number one. But number two, it worked. So I'm through that, and I'm safe to venture out again. And hopefully starting up. The other big thing that we got done here in the USA, and specifically California, is that both my wife and I were able to have our second COVID vaccinations. So we're quite excited about that, actually. Don't know what that means in terms of how far broad we can stray or go or anything like that, but it does kind of relieve our conscience a little bit. It also makes us very aware that we would like the rest of the world to get on a normal and even keel as soon as possible, and certainly to wish everybody who sees this vlog or who has ever watched any of my stuff well and good health. So what's going on is that got to get some bike riding in. Done a little bit, haven't vlogged any of it, but I've tootled around and had a good time. The other thing is I need to work on getting a helmet mic set up so that I can just slap the helmet on and not have to go through a kind of a rather elaborate procedure getting the camera set up for vlogging, particularly with sound input, voice input. And I've had a few issues with that recently, hence my experimentation with this mic. The other thing that's going on is I've got a couple of new-ish looking earplugs to work with, and I want to play around with those a little bit. Essentially what's going on for me and this channel is that I'm a tinkerer. And if you look that up, that just means somebody that fiddles around and doesn't get a whole lot done. And I guess once you're retired, you can get that and do that. But I do like to share and keep everyone up to date. So I think for the second part of this vlog is I'm going to try and set the camera up and work on getting a mic installation into particularly the Shoei that is more or less permanent for vlogging. It's so that's inconvenient. I'll probably cut that out. So start again here. So work with the Shoei on getting a microphone installation in there so that it is really easy just to put the helmet on. Right now it takes up a whole lot of time to, especially if you want to share your ride on YouTube, put on the helmet, get everything on, and get all the batteries and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try and streamline that process so I can do some more on-bike vlogs. But in any case, that's a very quick recap of what's gone on around here in 2021 at Wistful Vistas. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're an old-time surfer like me who has spent a lot of time out there in the water or the open air or the out of doors, no matter what hue your skin color, by the way, it affects us all, use sunblock and be judicious. Wear a hat, wear sunglasses, and I hope you're around for a very, very long time. Okay, so that's the cue up here. Let's see what happens next. So please recall that the man cave is a cluttered but happy place. I really do feel, and I promised last time around that I was going to do some reorganization in here, and I shall. This will happen. Trust me. No, don't trust me. But I will get that done. In any case, as a tinkerer, you do get stuff that gets kind of laid around, and organization and putting stuff into shelves, you know, that doesn't always get priority. Hope that came through as I manheld the microphone. By the way, speaking of microphones, this is the microphone that I am using. It's a Maono AU-100R. Where did I get it? Of course, Amazon. Rechargeable condenser lavalier microphone, AU-100R. So far, I'm kind of liking it. The issue as far as using it on the motorcycle is that the extension for the powered part of it is really long. So what I'd like to do is to take this Shoei helmet, which truly is one of my favorites. It's just a quality piece, and try to find a way to mount a short lead microphone in there that will leave it dangling out, and all I have to do is just more or less just put it on. By the way, get yourself a helmet donut. These are great for putting your helmet on and working with them on the bench. Mine happens to be by Icon. Oddly enough, I do not own an Icon helmet. Icon, are you listening? So, but I do have your donut. Great with coffee. So here is the microphone that I would like to use. And this one, a lot of vloggers do use it. This one is a purple Panda. Not sure that that's going to come out. And I've got the Shoei set up with a custom, these are custom made, these are printed, these are computer printed, and the external finish, you can tell, it's a little sort of that wrinkly finish that you get. But I've got the custom forward-facing mount for the camera right there. And that, particularly when I'm riding the Phantom, when you're riding the Phantom, you're leaned over and you really need to tilt that camera up. And this has given me the freedom to do that. But I do want to mount the microphone inside the helmet with just the lead coming out, and I want to minimize the amount of lead that shows there. I would like to keep the dead cat on it because that seems to be the most effective way to stop a lot of the wind noise. It works, the system, when I use it, it works really well with the Aprilia, but with the Ducati, it seems like there's a lot of noise that floats up inside the helmet and overwhelms the microphone. So I'm going to mount it inside, and I'm going to mount it on the cheek pad here. I was going to put it on the right-hand side, but maybe I'll put it on the left-hand side around. I don't think it matters a whole bunch there. It's whatever side the microphone lead into the camera will be on, but and that's going to be, I'm looking at the camera right now, hope you don't mind. It's, as I look at it now, it's on the left side, which means as I reverse it, it'll be on the right side, which means it'll feed here. So I'll put it on the, wait, that's left side. Bear with me here. Oh my gosh, this shouldn't be that complicated. Yes, as I turn it around, it will be on the right hand side facing forward. So I'm going to put it under the right cheek pad. I'm going to try to get it installed in there. And it needs to be a little high up because if not, you do pick up a lot of road noise. So I'm going to lay this little guy down in here. snap these two cheek pad pieces back into place. One here. Where are you? Come on. Come on, my darling. We may attenuate this particular view. No sense boring the whole world as I try to align these cheek pad buttons in here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, got this one, I think. In a moment, you'll hear a snap. Nope. Ah, there you heard a snap. And we got this one going over here. Big old snap. So that's now put in there. Now I've got this amount of lead coming out. I contemplated actually cutting this open and trimming it back, but I'm not too sure how that exactly would turn out. So I'm going to do a little coiling in the machine, or sorry, in the helmet, and then and I don't want it between my chin and I want to have this thing just where it comes out. Just where it comes out right over here. So I think what I'm going to do is do that off camera, because that is about as exciting as watching paint dry. But essentially I'm going to wrap as much wire up under the cushion on the inside of the helmet that I can, and when I put the camera on, it'll just be a quick click, just quick connect there, and really then we should be ready to go. By the way, I installed this to catch the camera. This is sort of a fail-safe if the camera should come loose. You grab this, and I have not used it yet, and I'm still not too sure about it, but it is a rather good idea. So it's just blowing in the wind right now. Chin mounts is where I got the piece for the GoPro mount on the chin, and they do custom-made mounts for different types of helmets. In the US, I think we call this the Shoei X14. I don't recall. In other markets, I don't believe in Europe and in other markets they call it the X14. We're just in love with the X designation here in the USA, but it's an X14, and as I say, it's one of my favorites. It's very, very excellent quality, and one would trust, about as safe as you could get as well. Spent a lot of happy hours wearing this thing. Okay, so I'm going to coil that lead down around inside there off camera, and we'll come back and show you hopefully the finished product. Always a little difficult to show down in the details, down in the inner parts of the helmet there. If you come up with questions or things you want to talk to me about, put them down in the comments section, and I'll sure do my best to answer them. Okay, so now let's go and finish the interior and then the connecting side of that helmet. Bear with us. We will get this done. Okay, that's a fine view of my iPhone, fine view of the iPhone, and there is the cluttered but happy work desk of yours truly, Gary L. Cooper, and we're going to pan around the garage with the mic now in the helmet and compactly, I hope, installed with no flapping wires and no need to tuck them in. I'm going to walk over here, bear with me. I'm going to throw a leg over the Phantom. We're going to remove Rocket J Squirrel. He is a very daring individual and loves to ride on the Phantom. We'll throw a leg over it here, like I say, and let's see where it's pointed ahead, because one of the issues you have in the sports position is you're leaned over, and that's why this Max Lens Pro works, because it gives you some view of the road ahead as well as the dashboard, etc. But people want to get an immersive viewpoint that takes the motorcycle and
a big part of the view ahead. You don't want a whole ton of sky, and you don't want a whole lot of motorcycle. So this is a check on that while I'm wearing it. Don't have to do that on the Tony Thunder, the Aprilia, but this bike is so well balanced. Tell you what, I set on a Street Fighter V4S today, and for whatever reason that just seems to have a whole lot of more machine out in front of you. But so I'm going to check this out. I will also take a couple of pictures of the installation to put it in the proper perspective as well. But it's installed. Unfortunately, none of these things make the helmet look good. They all look kind of nerdy. But hey, what am I going to do? I love to do ride-alongs with all of you guys out there. So stand by. I'll take a few photos, and then we'll post this vlog up, and you can express your opinions to me. But right now, it'll be a lot easier to get the camera on and off and have the microphone handy to go out and do the rides. Over and out.